everybody, welcome to my latest video. I'm Jack Barton, and remember, I'm the lady that's on a mission to keep your wedding planning real, exciting, savvy on time, savvy on your wallet, but best of all, trying to keep it fun. Today's video is all about wedding centerpieces, and I'm going to give you five vital bits of information that you need to consider before planning your wedding centerpieces. Guests need to know exactly where they are going. They are walking into a room and they're walking in there potentially with 80, 100, 120 people all at one time. So they need to know exactly where they are heading for. That is why it's super important that you make your table numbers or names really clear so they can be seen from way back at the door. Don't make them teeny tiny. Don't make awful small font. Make sure that they are clear so they can be seen from way back. Number two, don't use anything that you can't see through or over, because guests want to talk to one another and they can't do that if there's large things in their way. So make sure that they're guest friendly and people can still speak to one another. Number three, think about what you're eating on your wedding day. If your table is likely to have lots of platters and lovely food for everybody to eat, there is going to be no room for a big old centerpiece. So think about that when you're planning your centerpieces. If you want food around the table, you won't be able to have an open centerpiece that's scattered with lots of lovely bud vases or candles or things like that, because the guests will come along and just go squish it all in, because they will want to get their roast potatoes in, or their bread basket, or whatever it may be, their meat platter. They're going to get their juices going with that food. They're not going to worry about all that pretty. They're going to push it in and out the way. So let's think beforehand. Let's think, what are we going to create that's going to be food friendly so that your centerpiece stays looking beautiful and they can all get their fingers and mitts on that beautiful food too. Number four, this one you're going to love because it's all about getting a little bit more personal, okay? And the reason I want you to get a bit more personal is because I want you to give your guests something to talk about. So you can do this totally within your centerpiece. You could perhaps call your centerpiece something rather than just giving it a table number. That can create a real talking point. So whether it be places that you visited, famous people that you idolize, song lyrics, it could be anything. You can place an object in the middle of the table, rabbits, disco balls, whatever it may be that screams you guys. We've done all sorts in the past, but it will really help focus the guest's mind on something. They've already discussed the weather, they've discussed how long it's taken them to get here. Now we want to give them something that's not going to make them feel awkward around this table. Number five. Okay, last one. You want to make sure that your centerpiece is really pleasing on the eye from everybody's perspective around this guest table. You've got maybe 8 to 10 people sitting on this table. So you want to make sure that everybody takes full advantage of the pretty all the way round. Don't let it be a front-facing centerpiece. Make sure that it's aesthetically pleasing for everybody. The people sitting over the back don't want to feel like they've been shortchanged or lower down the pecking order in being able to see all of the pretty. So think 360, not 180. So let's do a quick roundup of those 5 things that you guys need to think about before you work out what you're using as a centerpiece. Number 1, when you use a table name or number, make sure it's clear so when they walk in that door, they can see exactly where they're going. Number 2, you need to make sure that it's clear. So number 2, make sure it's clear. Make sure that nobody is having to struggle to find each other across that table. Number 3, you need to make sure that if you are serving platters around your table, that you make your centerpiece appropriate for that, so that your guests can get their mitts on all their lovely food without dabbling within candles and flowers and goodness knows what else. Number 4, don't forget that you want to make it personal. Give them something to think about, okay? So make it personal and as unique as you guys. And number 5, don't forget, you don't want to make it just front facing. 360 degrees all the way around. That round table, it wants to be nice and sociable, but it also wants to be pretty the whole way round. Don't forget, guys, if you are finding any of my videos really helpful on your wedding planning journey, please do give them a like, leave us a comment, or even better, hit that subscribe button. See you again next week.